What's one question you hate being asked? Why are you not talking? Are you sure my slightly unusual last name is pronounced like that? Yes, I'm sure. What words would you use to describe yourself? I would describe myself as someone who hates this question. What 3 fun facts can you tell the class about yourself? Getting asked this every year in school drives me crazy. Where do you see yourself 5 years from now? I'm betting in 2015 nobody had this shit right. When are you due? I'm not pregnant. Would you like to upgrade YouTube Premium? Why are you in the bathroom? I don't know. I'm bare ass naked writing plans to conquer Britain while drinking rum and snorting cocaine. The fuck you think I'm doing? I'm taking a shit. How tall are you? Do you play basketball? You're tall. Do you play basketball? Your face is all fucked up. Do you box? Your teeth look terrible. Are you a hockey player? How can you listen to that? That's not music. That's why I will take my personal taste in music to the grave. I don't even like weird music. I just don't want people to know. Why are you so short? Just respond with so I can still have legroom in economy. Big TMG vibes on this one. My dad was my principal in my middle school. Everyone would walk up to me and say, "Are you the principal's son?" and then they just sit there and say, "Can you ask your dad to give me free 100s?" I hated it. When are you going to start having kids? When are you going to try for a girl? I wanted 2 kids. I have 2 kids. My husband got a vasectomy. I'm old. But they still ask all the time. My 3rd son and last child is 5 months old and I've lost count of the amount of times I've been asked this/told I need a girl. Or the comments about how sad and disappointed I must be about it. Insane. I'm a single woman in her 30s. I have no desire to have children, never had, and I'm now being asked that question. People don't like my answer. They tell me, well, the right guy might make you change your mind. No, people. You don't get it. The right guy will feel the same way I do about children. Why are you single? As a fat kid growing up, I got fed up with responding with "I don't know," so I started saying, "Are you blind? Fucking look at me," and I didn't get any more of those questions. I'm an only child. I've had many people ask me what it was like being spoiled rotten as a kid and given anything I wanted. Wait, what? All because it was just me doesn't mean I was just given anything I ever wanted. Same goes with being the youngest. How was it being the little spoiled baby of the bunch? Well, felt like the oldest wanted me dead for having different rules than he had when he was my age, because my parents effing learned along the way, and like all I ever did was try and do as well as all the others before me, and having teachers tell me, "Wow, I've had your siblings before." I confess I didn't expect the last one to be so different. Yeah, you know, sorry for being an individual human being. What's wrong with her? Why do you put her in the wheelchair? What caused that? Did you know about this before the birth? My child is disabled. Oh, you are artist, can you draw me please for free? Are you a natural redhead? I can relate. I am a natural redhead and I get asked all the time. Don't know how people can't tell by my pale skin and freckles. Do the carpets match the drapes? Go shove the curtain rod up your ass, you twat. There's actually a formula you can follow when you get that question in a job interview. Pause. P. Personal. A. Academic. W. Work. S. Skills. Personal. Stick to your name, maybe places you lived, and maybe a fun fact about yourself, as long as it's relevant to the job you're applying for or relates to upcoming information. Academic. Explain where you went to school, your degrees, certificates, and anything else education related work. Explain any previous related work or volunteer experience to the job you're applying for. Skills. Mention any skills, technical/soft, related to the job you're applying for and mention where you developed it from. This can be a good way to mention additional work experience, volunteer experience, school projects, conferences, etc. that wouldn't have fit well overall. You want to make sure this answer doesn't go past 2 minutes or else you'll bore the interviewer. Hope this helps. I have naturally shaky hands and work at a coffee shop. So I get asked if I've had too much caffeine all the time. It gets very annoying. Knew a guy like this. He had a slight palsy in his left hand. People assumed he was a drug addict and asked if he could share his stash with them. Is it in yet? In yet? Hell, I'm already finished. Why do you look so miserable? Fuck off, I can't help the way I look. It's just my face, but there too. Do you and your twin share boyfriends? No. She's married to a man and I'm a lesbian. The fuck kinda question is that anyways? Are they expecting you to fuck your twin's boyfriends? WTF? This no longer happens, because I was extremely fortunate to have a baby, something I wanted but couldn't for a long time. I've been pregnant twice but only have one child. My first pregnancy ended in miscarriage. I hadn't told many people about the pregnancy, but people knew we were trying, and we had plans to attend my friend's son's party about 5 days after losing my baby. While we were there, someone asked if I was okay because I was quiet. Since it was a party, I responded that I was just tired. She chimes in with, "Oh, maybe you're pregnant. Are you pregnant?" It felt like someone hit me. It was awful. My response was no. I just miscarried this past week, but thanks for asking. No one else at the party asked us when we planned on having children. Or again at any subsequent parties until we announced we were expecting our girl. I guess that's a really long way to say that my least favorite questions involve procreation plans. Why don't you drink? Because mind your own business, that's why. Because my answer is depressing, a real conversation killer. Because I don't feel like explaining to my boss why I'm a teetotaler when I decline to drink at out of office social functions. Because I am perfectly capable of making a fool of myself when sober. Thank you very much. I'm colorblind, so. What's this color? I'm sorry. I don't see race. All races are the same. Really, the fastest guy usually finishes first. Do you have a girlfriend? Or more specifically, why haven't you got a girlfriend? Why don't you have a girlfriend? You're so handsome. Thanks grandma, but clearly I'm not. Grandma just wants you to feel good about yourself at least. When you lost something, well, where did you lose it? Somewhere on earth. Can you eat that? I'm diabetic. As if I'm just going to throw it down and go OMG no. Thank God you were here to save my life from the evil cookie. I had completely forgotten about my lifelong ailment. I'm also diabetic. How about the whole "but you don't look diabetic"? Yeah, you don't exactly look like an idiot either, but you are. And for fuck's sake, can we just rename type 1 to something else? People need to stop confusing type 1 and type 2. That would fix so many of these social problems. I think half of these people haven't even heard of insulin. You're a guy. Why do you have long hair? It's weird, man. It just keeps on growing. Are you okay? Honestly, I don't know. I usually just respond, "Why do you ask?" And it changes to a two-way conversation, where I have more control of what I tell. I don't know, just asking means they don't want to share why, or don't really care, and I can usually just not answer. But specific reasons, like, "You just seemed kinda angry," I can respond to by accepting or denying the claim, and choose to answer more or not. What do you like to do for fun? Proceed to forget about everything I've ever done in my life. Haha, it didn't scan. Must be free, right? One time a cashier at Staples was about to ring me up but had to answer the phone. When he hung up, the phone fell off of the receiver and I said, "Did the call drop?" He was not amused. I'm allergic to latex. Someone always asks how condoms work and it almost always blows their minds that they make latex-free condoms. This will sound strange, but I hate it when someone asks me if I'm okay whilst I'm clearly about to cry. If they didn't say anything I can pull myself together, but as soon as they ask if I'm okay I cry my eyes out immediately. Anyone else do that? Been there several times. I completely understand. What do you want to do after you graduate? I honestly have no idea and it fills me with anxiety, and if one more person asks me about it I'm gonna burst into tears. I always just told them drugs until they'd leave me alone. Gotta get that job at the pharmacy for the free stocks. Wow, you have a ton of siblings. Do you all have the same dad? Why would you ask something so personal and rude to anyone, let alone somebody you barely know? How would this info benefit you? Are you sure? Wow, you're left-handed. How can you write like that? The same way you do, dipshit, just the other hand. When are you going to let me out of here? Ugh, shut up already. Yeah man, you give them an entire basement and they still bitch. Do you think it's something you did? I am a parent to 4 autistic children. Yikes. What do your tattoos mean? Well, my full sleeve of flowers means I like flowers. Well, this tattoo means I had a spare $400 I wanted to blow. Also, why do you have so many tattoos? I have gay parents. Wait then, how were you born? Found under a cabbage leaf like everyone else. How's school? That's all any adult wants to ask me. It's the same as it was yesterday when you asked. It's fucking shitty and I'm always tired. Tell them it sucks and ask them how work is going. I was blown away when I asked an adult this as a teen and they replied that work was stressful and then went into detail about a project. How's the job search going? I'll let you know when I have a job. So, are you a lesbian? Just because I have short hair doesn't mean I'm a lesbian. Asks to wear my glasses. OMG, you're blind. How can you see? Among many others. It's usually like, can I try your glasses? OMG, you're blind. How can you see? How many fingers am I holding up? Any question addressing me as we, hostess, will we be dining alone me? How should I know what your plans are? Why are you so skinny? I fucking hate when people comment about weight. I don't care if you are skinny or fat, it doesn't matter. Never in my life have I commented on another's weight. All my life, women have been jealous of how thin I am and they tell me to eat more or eat a cheeseburger. It is so infuriating and the double standard is alive and well. If I retaliated at all and told them not to eat so much, they would raise pitchforks. Why don't I? Because I would hate to hurt them. It's just sad that others don't feel the same way. Sorry, can't help I have great metabolism, Rebecca. Why are you so fat? My partner is very naturally slender and was getting frequently harassed at work by a few overweight middle-aged ladies. I suggested a few witty but cruel one-liners, but he's a lovely person and wouldn't use them. Finally one day, he snapped. You look like you've gained some weight, Karen. Everything all right at home? The harassment stopped. What is it like being gay? It's like a relationship with a girl, just with a peen and kinda more hairy. What's something interesting about you? Half of the stuff I find interesting about me other people have no interest in, and the stuff I think is boring about me, people end up thinking is interesting. When are you two having kids? Fuck off. We do want kids, but it's nobody's damn business when. Please stop asking me about my sex life, Mom. Hey, what's up? I never know how to answer this question. I'm stay-at-home dad. Never fails. People always ask, so what do you do all day? I was deployed to Afghanistan with the army for a year. People find out and ask, oh, how was that? I deadpan tell them, oh, it was great, and they look at me confused. Oh really? Best vacation I've ever had. 10 out of 10 recommended. Gotta represent the retail folks. Do you work here? Now as a 20-something, I like wearing collared shirts and brightly colored vests, aprons unironically. I also like shopping for goods and services that mean very little to my demographic, as I either A. can't afford it, B. have no need due to renting or still living with my parents, and or C. have no interest in. Also, I just love wearing name tags, helps the barista know how to spell my name. I'm a cop, and by far the worst question is, what's the worst thing you've seen? Yeah, thanks for that trip back down the dark tunnel to the things I don't want to remember but will never forget. I've seen the things you don't ever want to and people shouldn't have to see. Don't ask me to remember that. Have you ever killed anyone? Or been shot at? In the Marine Corps, how many people have you killed is always such a tasteless question to get asked too, and you'd be surprised how often it comes up. Why don't you want children? I just ate, thanks. What are you doing in my house? Likes Tfu man. I've heard that question too many times. Oh. You're autistic? Were you vaccinated? This has happened several times. Can I ask you a question? Thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe for more daily Reddit videos.